read this. You know the song that's like, I can read your mind, baby. No. People can't read your mind. It's just a song.
Because when you communicate, a person can know
Hi, it's your girl Shan. And it's your girl Mama Key. And we're back with another talk. And today, we're going to be talking about communication, why it is important,
why isn't it important,
and all the details about communication, because it's really, really important topic. Before we get into this video, if you like talks where we discuss important things that go on in this life, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But I don't want to get too much into it. We're going to get straight into it.
Okay, our talk today is on communication. Why I feel that this is an important talk that needs to be told to everyone is because communication is essential to keeping things together. I feel keeping things flowing in a positive and healthy way. Why, you may ask? Because when you communicate, a person can know how you feel. But everyone doesn't have good intentions. So sometimes we communicate and it may cause drama, and then it'll cause people to stop wanting to communicate. So we all know everybody isn't going to be healthy, okay? But for the majority of the part, a lot of stuff is based on traumas and stuff, and it causes people to not do things. But I just feel like with your mate, if you tell your mate what you're not getting, with your friend, if you tell your friend what they may be doing wrong is bothering you, workers, you could tell them a way that'll make things go more effective. However, if you tell this person this, and you tell this person this again, hell, if you care about him, he might even go for try number 3. What do we do after that? After you tell somebody something 3 times and they still don't change the behavior, how would you handle that?
Well, first of all, let's talk about communication and let's talk about how simple it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
How simple it is and why it is important. Communication is simply open your mouth and expressing a need or a want to the other person you're trying to convey the message to.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so overcomplicated in this society? I really don't get it and I don't understand it. Because it's as simple as, if you need that person to go to the mall and get you the shirt for this event, hey babe, can you please go to the mall and get me the shirt for this event? And the babe may be like, do you need it today? Yeah, I maybe not today, or I need it tomorrow. Communication.
But
now, if y'all didn't communicate, now that could have started a whole quarrel because that person just didn't communicate that they just needed it soon.
What I was just about to say, something that simple can blow up into something huge these days.
Simply for a lack of communication. Mm-hmm. Something simple. Communication is so simple. It's just opening your mouth and expressing a need. Something so simple could turn to something so complicated and out of whack because you didn't open your mouth. And that's a problem in our society today. Just express your needs and your wants to that person. You don't even gotta be your partner. To your friend.
Friends. I've lost friends because of poor communication.
Lack of communication.
I know I am guilty of, when I'm going through like bad moments in my life, I tend to shut down. And when I shut down, I tend to not take calls from people or talk to people. It's a part of me that I am working on, but it's my way of recharging myself. At some point in my life, I did go through a point of depression, and I shut down for like a year, almost a year. I was still like my friends' posts. I would still support them and stuff online, but I just would not communicate. But when I was starting to heal, I started reaching out to these people, and y'all, I was literally saying I was sorry. This is just how the type of person I was. I was telling these people I'm sorry for going ghost for so long, and I was trying to explain to them what was going on and what had happened. And a lot of them, almost all of them, they shunned me, like they didn't want to hear it or whatever, for whatever reasons. I started noticing behaviors or whatever, but I did communicate with them. As I started to heal, I realized something. I shouldn't have been saying I was sorry, because my friend at the time should have heard my silence. I am a lively person. I'm an outgoing person. I am a person that I check on you here and there. You need me, I'm there.
And let's bring this up while she's talking about that. Communication can go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Why it always gotta be
ways.
that other person initiating something
Yes.
or sending something? Hell, half the time you might realize if I wouldn't communicate with you, would we even be a thing?
Be talking, and that's something I learned too, y'all.
And I'm not by no way perfect. She not by no way perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't saying our communication perfect, but a lot of people gotta understand that communication go both ways. Hell, man, even my own daddy thinking when I was younger, I should communicate with him first. Sir, pick up the phone and call your kids. No hate towards my daddy, y'all. No hate to he cool. Stop.
That's another topic, guys. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Silence is loud, and that's a whole nother topic, but silence can be heard. I know silence is described as quiet, still, you don't hear nothing. But when you're dealing with the right people, it can be heard, y'all.
Silence can be heard.
And after I started healing, not at first, because when I was first coming out of this depression state and I was starting to heal, I still felt how I felt. Like I was bad. I disappeared. I wasn't talking to nobody. I wasn't telling nobody nothing. I wasn't nothing. I was turning down invitations, places. But I never realized that these people should have been saying, hey, what's wrong? Hey, what's going on?
It comes with a level of discernment.
Mm-hmm. Once I realized that, I was unstoppable then. I had to learn. I had to learn that it's okay to communicate how you feel, but you got to check out the area too and make sure people are doing the same for you. Or you just gonna sound like you saying some words. They're gonna take it how they want it. They're gonna flip it. Some may take it to heart. I ain't gonna say everybody do that, but it's very seldom. Most of them gonna take it and flip it. Oh, she could have still. I've had a lot of people. Depression is a whole nother topic. A lot of people don't want to hear that. Not in 2025. They don't want to hear that. They feel like your butt wasn't no depressed. You wasn't going through nothing. You just didn't want to talk to me, or you this and that and this and that.
But shit, that's a whole nother topic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get into why does our society overcomplicate communication? Do y'all agree with me? Do you feel like our society overcomplicates communication? Because I feel like they do. Because I feel like no hate towards the past men I've been with, it's past, it's done. But why it's like a lot of the men I see in the past make it so hard to just do something so simple. It's not that hard to tell me, hey baby, I can't pick up the phone right now because I'm doing yada yada yada. I mind you, I'm not a clingy girlfriend. I don't want you calling me all day. I don't want to talk to you all day. But when it's just been hours and we supposed to be locked in and you going out just communicating nothing,
and I called you,
what you doing?
And you ain't answer.
I called and you ain't answer. I text and you ain't text back. Double text if I really liked you, you ain't text back. Then get you back the next day. Talk about, this no, unacceptable. Especially if I'm in a relationship with you, you need to communicate something. I really had an ex that tried to normalize not communicating me with like 2 days in a row. And he was cool, he had a lot of boxes. But that communication was just horrible. And it's just not, in no way, shape, or form, I could be okay with that. I don't know what you was doing in a day or two. What could have happened, this, and that.
Anything could happen.
And to me, it's not that hard to simply to send a text, send a call, and let you know what's going on. Especially if you like that person, y'all supposed to be locked in. You want to hear from the person you're talking to. You don't be going no hours without trying to communicate. But I really feel like that might be like a trauma thing that people have with communicating and expressing their needs. Maybe when they were younger, like their needs went unheard. They felt like they communicated. I mean, they felt like they communicated to somebody and they were ignored. So they bring this into their adulthood instead of healing and learning that traumatized them. A lot of them do this in a lot of situations. They bring their trauma into their adulthood in the way they act in everyday life.
It trickles into the relationship.
And it's just toxic. And it trickles into all the relationships they have, friendships, relationships with that partner and stuff like that. And since we're talking about communication, the fact that you got ignored back when you were younger, that does not mean that your partner is going to ignore you. They want to talk to you and want to hear you. And they will go off your communication and act accordingly and do what you want to. But hell, they don't even communicate because they so carrying that trauma into their adulthood. They scared of being ignored and feeling like they don't matter.
And then when you try to communicate with them, they so messed up from what done happened to them, they can't. They start doing the opposite of anything you may tell them that's bothering you. You're going to find them doing the opposite of it. Or just straight, flat out ignoring you. And yes, that's it real, y'all.
It's not cool.
And that tears down a person's self-esteem. That's a whole nother topic. But don't ignore people.
Don't do that, man.
Like, even if you don't agree with what they saying, or you don't want to do what they saying, tell them. Just tell them. I don't care how it may affect their feelings. Just tell them, because that's better than sitting there stonewalling about it. It's crazy.
Say what you feel, like she said. In closing this, let's just say communication is important. People are not mind readers. You know the song that say, I can read your mind, baby. No. People can't read your mind. It's just a song. Communicate with that partner, that friend, that sibling, whatever. Communicate. Let people know
Tell them.
what you need, how you feel.
I don't even care how harsh it is. Just tell them.
Just tell people. It's that simple. Open your mouth and talk. It's not that bad. The outcome that you're portraying in your head won't be that bad. But we can't read minds. How we supposed to know you happy and upset if you don't say nothing? Y'all let us know your thoughts on this topic. We really just spit this out straight from the mind, straight from the heart. That's just how we felt about communication. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed the talk. Subscribe to hang out with us more. And comment anything that's on your mind. We'll see y'all in the next Poppin' Talk. Bye.